just east of the U.S. Capitol, about 8 miles or so, at the home of the Commanders, Northwest Stadium in Landover. The kicker, Daniel Carlson, has this one teed up. And off we go from just outside our nation's capital. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Right to the air goes Daniels, finding the veteran tight end, Zach Ertz. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Yet another Alabama back in the league. This is Brian Robinson.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain.
Pre-snap, the quarterback really liked this man matchup on his running back. He's thinking the speed of the back in the flat can run away from that defender. So give him a lot of credit. The speed and awareness to keep up with him and bring him down for no gain.
Daniels to throw on 2nd down. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
3rd and long, and here's Daniels. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
Quarterback just has to get this ball out of his hands. I understand giving your guy a chance to pick up the first down. Let's see if he can get some space downfield past the sticks and put one on him. But once it's clear that's not going to work, this ball either needs to be thrown away, checked down, but you certainly don't want to continue to go backwards.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground, here's the 1st-round pick from April's draft. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll take this up, working towards the 1st down mark. He gets 5, but is just a little short of the 1st down. Third and a yard. He'll try to pick this one up on the ground. And he will convert. Good job there. Drive continues at the 48.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
Smith now to throw on 1st down. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in bounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Gonna get that complete. Jacoby Myers. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Here's third down and a few inches. They'll send a tight end in motion. And he is going to have the Raiders first down. At least at first glance, they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on third and inches.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
In motion is Myers. Gino now on 1st and 10. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Throwing on second down, Smith. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. What will the second quarter have in store? So they come to the line for first down and 10. Play action now. It's Gino. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
They'll run with White. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Zamir White, touchdown Raiders. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Commanders' offense ready now for their second drive. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins with a first down. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up second and short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
Off the zone read, Daniel's gonna hang on to it. And some good running there. That's a first down up to the 43.
sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that first down himself.
They run over center with Robinson. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. They'll go play action here with Daniels. He'll complete this one. That's Deebo Samuel. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
First carry for the versatile Austin Eckler. And he'll bring this inside the 30, a gain of about 5. On the handoff, it's Robinson. And he's close to the first down. Gets 4 yards on the gain, but it will bring up third down. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. He'll get this out wide. And he will have the first down. He caught it short of the line to gain, but knows right where that marker is, and he's able to pick up that first down.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize how many yards do I need to get for the first down, and just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
Inside the 10, it is caught. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
They'll run with Robinson. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Brian Robinson. Touchdown, Commanders.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, like it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. On the return is Dylan Laube. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Raiders offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Gino. Taking off.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on first down.
On second down, Smith. A throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
Based on the routes downfield, it looked like the protection was designed to give the quarterback a little bit more time to wait for things to uncover downfield. So give credit up front to the defensive line. Immediate pressure early speeds up the quarterback's clock. He's got no choice than to get rid of it, probably a little bit earlier than he would have preferred.
Gets that one complete to his tight end, Bowers. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. From the shotgun, Smith. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
They'll get 19 out of that play. First down, Vegas.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes. Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
A second down throw for Smith. Finding his tight end, Mayer. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It's such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game, and they're knocking on the door here, first and goal. At the very least, got to come away with some points.
And he's going to be dropped. They get to him back at the 15-yard line. First down was not very good. Here's second and goal. From the shotgun, it's Smith. He gets this one to Tucker. Now the Raiders going to use their third and final timeout. They'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go until halftime. A nice drive. This is the ninth play coming up, and they cash it in on third and goal. Working out of the gun, Smith to the end zone. It's intercepted. And the Commanders will take over at their own 14-yard line.
The Commanders take over first and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. So, one touchdown apiece for our two teams. 7-7 on the board here at the break. As we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Lobby now to return it. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. Low-scoring game, all time. Third quarter, and a touchdown here could go a long way. See if they can get it on this drive. 1st and 10. Here's a run to begin this third quarter. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
They'll stick with him again. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Gino. Over the middle, that's the tight end, Bowers. And they're gonna work this down inside the 45.
Well, the run after catch is certainly nice, and they're definitely going to take it. But watch the savviness of the route running. Certain guys just have a better feel for running these slant routes than others, and it's a nice result.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
Now a give up the middle. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down. But that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
Smith from the gun on 3rd down. They get 14 on that hookup. Good for a Raider first down.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. He'll go right back to Myers. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And this is taken. And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay. So this one is going to need a little closer look. The Raiders offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. A handoff as they try to run it here. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. They'll come up to 3rd and 3.
Well, this sets up a big call here, Mike, on 4th down. You find yourself in a tie ball game with the ball. Do you decide to keep your offense on the field and try to play for 6? Or are you content coming off the field, taking the lead by 3? We'll see what this coach decides.
So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. Carlson's kick is good. And the Raiders will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves them out in front.
Back out is Carlson following the made field goal. And he sends this kickoff away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Quick throw here is complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. A give, and here comes Robinson. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. They'll try and run for the first with Eckler. And the defense, good job sticking to their rules. They didn't take their eyes off the running back, who gains nothing.
I know it's easy from up in the booth, Mike, but I think that's one of those zone reads where the quarterback needs to pull it and keep it himself. The defense was clearly keyed on the running back. Not much room in there. No gain.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Set to go now on 1st and 10. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Second down and 8. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump? Back to the ground after the penalty, and he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a first down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. They'll stay on the ground, and he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. Now, Gino. That's brought in by Myers. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. Well, this has been the story of the entire game, Mike, is just how well this defense has played, particularly against the run. There has been nowhere to operate for this offense, and it continued here on this last play.
They go play action with Smith. He'll tuck it and take off. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple-possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
And the Raiders are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A huge advantage to red zone offense is the ability to run the ball. In this case, I thought he was going to score. He takes it all the way down inside the 2, sets up first and goal.
An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. First down and goal. Trying to find a crease in there. It's a big pile of bodies, but he is going to come up short.
Well, after being stopped for no gain on first down on the ground, Mike, it brings up the question. Second and goal from the 2, what do you do? I like throwing it. I don't like waiting till third down to air the ball out. So if they want to take a shot at the end zone, I think it's got to be here on second and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Touchdown, Vegas. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Raiders 17, Commanders 7.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. A return now from the 4. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with first and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He gets this one to Samuel. It's complete. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. They'll drop to throw. Going right back to Samuel. He's got it again. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. A gain there of 10 yards. Good for a Commanders first down. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. That one complete to Brian Robinson. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
I I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
That one is brought in by Terry McLaurin. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Two timeouts still left, but scoring quickly here, a must. It's 1st and 10. That's deep for the back of the end zone. Terry McLaurin, the intended target on that one. It's 2nd down.
In these critical moments of the game, Mike, you always turn to your best players, and that's exactly what they did here, and they just weren't able to connect. Give this defense a lot of credit. They knew when it was crunch time, where did this quarterback want to look? And they were ready, and they took him away.
Throwing again, Daniels. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
A throw on the run is complete. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker.
They were able to connect on the comeback, but I don't think it was really well executed. This is a deeper route. This receiver's got to push his depth before his break a little bit more downfield. They'll take the completion, but they were hoping to get a little bit more with that one.
The Raiders offense ready to take over possession of the football. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with 1st down.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down, but this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Victory formation, defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it. The last 2 runs each lost a yard. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 12. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.
A.J. Cole in punt formation.
So this one, a win for the visiting Raiders. They were forced to travel cross-country. They get the early start, 10 a.m. on their body clocks. They're happy now. They come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.